What up, guys? Yeah, today we've got another Oktoberfest beer coming at you. It is Leinenkugel's Oktoberfest. This is a Marsden-style beer, as the classic Oktoberfest beer normally is. So we're going to crack this open and see whether this non-shandy Leinenkugel is worth checking out. This might be a twist on. It is. Now, I have about a dozen different Oktoberfest beers or Marzen beers in the fridge right now that we'll be going through. Out of curiosity, I was looking at the alcohol content. Basically, every single one of them was 5.7 or 5.8, except the Sam Adams, which is 5.3, and this Leinenkugel's, which is 5.1. So you're dropping down 0.7, around 0.7% ABV. I mean, you're dropping down almost a full point ABV. If that's going to matter to you. We'll find out if there's any much of a difference, but just something to keep in mind. I wasn't really sure what I'd find, if it'd be all over the place, but generally it's almost all 5.7, 5.8, except for this one. But yeah, we're going to get into the review right now. Get into the smell. I mean, it smells not too bad. It has almost a Pilsnery aroma to it. I think this is going to be on the lighter side, for sure. It has a very subtle, almost nutty, charcoaly kind of aroma to it. Bit of almost a raisin. I feel like if you were to take an everything bagel and grind that down into a liquid, it would kind of smell something like this. Which I'm going to admit, I like a good I haven't had a solid bagel in a while. I'm going to have to go pick some of that up now because, I don't know, bagels are good, man. Of course, in Arizona, there's not a lot of bagel places. In the Midwest, there's like one every, it was like a Starbucks, one every 50 feet. But, I'm digging the aroma. It doesn't smell too heavy. So I'm interested. I think this could be on the lighter side, which for, a mid-August release, still pretty good. But, so I'm going to recommend it on the aroma, and now let's get into the taste. That has got a little more of a whoosh, whip bite to the very tip of it than I was expecting. It hit my tongue hard and then disappeared. It's like the guy that gets into a fight, does the first punch real quick, and then runs away. That's kind of what it seemed like. Like poof, I'm out. You hope you knock out the big guy faster and then you just take off because you got your one shot in. Yeah, it's really, you get a bit of that, the barley, the tip of your tongue, and then it disappears very quickly. Not much on the nuttiness. There's not a whole lot of that. There is a bit of the kind of the raisin plum skin kind of thing. I get that more on like the sides of my mouth. I apologize if you guys hear my dogs freaking out right now. There's a thunderstorm, and apparently today they decided that they do not like that, and they're all hyperventilating. So I don't know where that came from, but that's a thing today. Personally, I wish it was a little smoother. It is the barley aspect to it. It's definitely not smooth. It almost tastes like it's pushing more towards the Christmas or the winter seasonal. It's tasting more like it's edging that way. And if you would have asked me, I would have thought the alcohol content was much higher than 5.1%. This is basically the Marzen beers. The Oktoberfest Marzen is basically all I've been drinking the last dozen beers. So I would have actually guessed this was higher because of that kind of barleyness cracking the whip on the tip of my tongue. It's not bad. I mean, it's not a terrible tasting beer. It's not bad. It's not my favorite. There's just something about it that I'm not totally. I wish it was a little more refined, I guess I'd say. It almost tastes. I mean, I'm sure it wasn't rushed, but it kind of tastes a little rushed in a weird way. Almost like, they're so big, they're pumping out their shandies. And then they look at the calendar, they're like, oh shit. We got to make an Oktoberfest tomorrow, so shoot. It just doesn't quite taste as refined as I'd like it to be. So it's not bad. I mean, it's not like the worst tasting thing I've had. It's not. So don't get me wrong on that. It's just there's so many other Oktoberfest beers with a short period of time. I just don't need to be drinking this particular one. There's other ones in this 6-week window that I'd much rather be having. So, it's not bad, but I'm not going to recommend on taste because there's so many other options, and it's just not doing it for me, really. So, not bad, but I'm still not going to recommend it on taste. All right, next category is value for price, and yeah, I mean, I believe this was $1.79. I picked up 6 more Oktoberfest beers today, and each one of them was either $1.79 or $1.99. So I'm going to recommend all of them for value for price. So this one's no different, $1.79. So I will recommend that value for price. All right, now we're going to distinction. How distinct is it? I mean, It's definitely it tastes like somebody that's used to making something else was asked to make a Marzen, and so they weren't. It's not their level. It's not their area of expertise. It's like you get somebody that's a great chef, and then you ask them to bake something. They might be totally out of their element, and then the oven's on fire. That's kind of what this is. What I'm feeling with this. It's just not quite what this isn't what they make, really. They make basically all shandies, and then they have I think like a Christmas porter or something like that. So this isn't really what they make anymore. And I think it kind of stands out like that. It kind of tastes like they don't really make these kinds of beers anymore. So distinction, I mean, not really. It's not standing out as one of the better German Marzen style beers that I've had. So I'm not going to, because of that, I'm not going to recommend it for distinction. All right, next category is drinkability, and like I said earlier, it tastes like the alcohol content should be higher, and it's not like it's that high. It's only at 5% or 5.1%. That's only a tick higher than your standard Budweiser, and I just feel like it should be. This should almost be like another whole percentage point higher for the taste I'm getting, and so I'm going to slow down drinking it. I'm not getting, if I'm just doing it strictly for the alcohol content, I'm not getting that either. So I feel like there's a lot of things. It's like, if you're going to do that, go for someone else. So, I mean, again, the drinkability. I feel like this beer is, I'm not going to rate this beer very highly, which is what's going to happen at the end. It's not terrible. Like, if you end up with this at Maybe you're out. Do people still bob frapples at things? I mean, you're out for something for in the next couple of weeks. This isn't bad. Like, don't turn it away. I mean, it's not piss poor. There's just so many other options I think that'd be better, which is why it's getting the kind of meh from me. So yeah, I'm just not gonna recommend it for just drinkability, for the level of, I don't know. It's just not really doing it for me. And I was really craving a beer today too. It's just not. It's not the one that's doing it for me. So yeah. And last category is would I buy it again? And despite the $1.79 price tag, and this is probably going to be this along with Sam Adams, is probably going to be the least expensive 6-pack that you're going to find. It's not. It's just like there's so many. Like I said earlier, there's just so many Oktoberfest beers and so little time to get to them before they just kind of come in and then roll out, and you bring in the fall beers that you got to do it quickly, and you just don't have time for middle of the road to less than middle of the road Oktoberfest beers. Oktoberfest. Have fun with it. You want something that you can drink a big thing of, and enjoy the whole thing. Get some, I don't know, food while you're doing it too. And there's just other beers that you can do better than for this. So I will not be buying it again this season. But that is my review of the Leinenkugel's 2019 Oktoberfest offering. What do you think? Have you guys had it yet? Have you had it this year? I don't know if this is one of those that they kind of rotate and do try tweak the recipe a little bit every year. Because some of them, especially on the West Coast, like in California, they will kind of partner up with a German brewery. But so yeah, let me know what you think. It is what it is. But yeah, if you could like, subscribe, do all that good stuff, that'd be great. And so yeah, for myself and for Leinenkugel's Oktoberfest, take it easy.